Danny Golding. What's going on, Danny? It's good to see you, man. How's everything going for you in Arizona today?
Things are going great, Damon. Thanks for having me on. And so back in the day, back in the 1050 days, you used to have the 3 o'clock free play every single day. And then on Fridays, you would have a You Call It 3 o'clock free play where the callers would get to make their own topic
That's right.
and their own
Dealer's choice.
questions. Yeah. So I thought we'd throw it back to that. And I have a topic with 3 questions. So my topic is going to be calls. Now, a month ago, the Phoenix Suns longtime broadcaster Al McCoy passed away at 91. He was a broadcaster for 51 years. He would have a signature call that was Shazam whenever a Suns player would make a three-pointer. So my first question is, do you have a favorite signature call by a broadcaster?
Oh, geez. A favorite signature call by a broadcaster. I always loved it when Kevin Harlan would see a huge dunk and he would give you the old up high, down hard. I thought that was a great call. And he would go to it in his bag of tricks. I'm looking forward to our first Kevin Harlan up high, down hard that we get this year. That's the first one that came to mind. I always just thought Dwayne Kuiper, it is high, it is deep, it is gone. Like it's simple, but it works. I love a good home run call. I'll tell you the call that I don't like. And I love Greg Papa. I do not like touchdown, San Francisco. I just no, I don't like that as his signature.
Yeah,
call.
I've heard you say that before. I'll respectfully disagree. I do like it, but I don't always. There's some times where he'll just kind of say it where I won't like it, but there's most of the time I do like the touchdown, San Francisco. But yeah, there's certain times where maybe he doesn't execute it the best way. But
yeah. Oh, by the way, we got Otis Bird coming in here. He's like, adios pelota. That's great from John Miller.
Great minds think alike. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. John Miller's call is definitely a classic for sure.
I love that one. The thing the reason why Papa went to the San Francisco is because he didn't want to just have one word. Touchdown Niners is way too close to touchdown Raiders. And look, Greg Papa he's always going to sound like the Raiders broadcaster, even doing Niners games to me. It's just, I'm old like that.
Yeah. So my second question is, if you could make the call, what would you say the 49ers record is come after week 10, come these next 3 games?
So what do we got? We got 3 more games to add on here. I think that the Niners lose at home to the Chiefs. They beat the Cowboys. They got a bye week. And then it's at Tampa Bay. And that's a game that they're going to have to win coming out of the bye week by hook or crook. So I think they're going to go on a little bit of a run, hopefully coming out of the bye. And it starts with, look, they came out of the bye in Jacksonville and went on a really nice run. And that was a 3-game losing streak last year going into the bye week. So add 2-1 to their current record. That brings you to what? They're 5-4 after 9 games. I wish it were a little bit better than that, but yeah, 5-4 after 9 games feels probably where they'll be. And I hope I'm wrong about that. It'd be great if they swept them all.
Do you have a most memorable call that you made or received in your personal life?
What do you mean, like as a broadcaster,
or just like as a phone call? Do you have a phone call, a most memorable phone call that you received or made?
Jeez, the memorable phone call of my life. I'll tell you, I had Bob Costas once on my show, and afterwards, it's the rare moment in time where I actually asked my producer, I'm like, hey, give me that phone number. I want to be able to contact him. And I called Bob Costas and went to his voicemail. And I just said, Bob, everything I said to you on the show today, you've inspired me to go into sports broadcasting. It was all real. And this is all kind of your fault, I guess. And I left what I thought was a really nice voice message that was going to go unreturned. about 15 minutes later, Bob Costas is calling me. And Bob Costas and I talked for, it was over a half an hour. And that was one of the cooler conversations where I wasn't even talking sports with him. I was talking about the later show that he used to host when he would have musical guests come on through for a long format sit-down interview in front of a jukebox that used to come on after Letterman late night on NBC. And we talked an awful lot about that. And I had a really cool personal phone call with Bob Costas that meant an awful lot to me. And that's the first thing that came to my mind. I'm sure there were others, but that was cool.
Yeah. Always great to talk to the legends. Definitely.
Yeah. And he certainly is one. He certainly is one. What are you feeling for this game, man? Think the 49ers get it done, or are you as worried as I am?
I am somewhat worried. Like you said, the Chiefs always win coming off a bye week, and they are undefeated. But I think it is a game that the Niners very well could hand the Chiefs their first loss. I mean, the momentum being on their side after the win in Seattle a week ago on Thursday night. So I think there is a good possibility that the Niners do hand the Chiefs their first loss. You can kind of, the Chiefs got to lose at some point. They're probably not going to go 17-0 this year too. So
they're probably not going to go undefeated on their way to their third Super Bowl win in a row, which has never happened. But the 49ers just always lose to this version of the Chiefs. I mean, that's what happens. And Andy Reid always wins after a bye week. And I just feel that, there's too many forces pulling against the Niners in this game. And you're telling me that the remedy is going to be a rookie wide receiver who has never played a snap of an NFL game? Like, that's way too much to put on Ricky Pearsall.
Right.
Juwan Jennings maybe being doubtful for this game. I'm going to tell you right now, if Jordan Mason is a scratch, I think the game is lost before it even starts. Jordan Mason's going to have to play, and he's going to have to play.
I would probably agree with that. Yeah, Isaac Guerendo, I don't necessarily expect him to take over that role, per se.
I still don't trust Isaac Guerendo at all. I know we had one. Isaac Guerendo has one run that has made a sequence of almost zero production as a running back forgotten about. I hope I'm wrong, man. I really, really do. Danny, great to see you, man. Thank you so much for your support of the channel. I know you're a big Ike's guy. I know you're more likely to be at Ike's in Arizona than probably anybody else. So thanks very much, man, for all your support. It means a lot.
Absolutely, Damon. Thank you. Shout out to all the Plusers.
There it is. Thank you so much, Danny. Appreciate it. And